What's up, everyone? It is me, Jared, over here at VX Vision 1394, back with another Will It Work? Today, what do we got? We have got a Sony TR33, a Video 8 model, an early Video 8 model. This is still in the black body design. So I think it was in the lineage of them. This model came out right after kind of like the larger black Video 8s when they became a little more compact. This is one of those models. And yeah, untested, of course. This was one that normally I wouldn't, probably wouldn't have bought. I don't generally care for the earlier Video 8s. Again, this was one of those where I was just trying to win, and it was a good deal. This was a really good price as well. So that's probably a large reason, or the main reason I kind of went after this one. I just threw in a bid, ended up winning it. So yeah, that's cool. And with the accessories, I think it was totally fine, all said and done. So yeah, a Sony TR33 Video 8 model. In the listing, you can see that there are a couple sealed tapes in there. It does have the charger, and in the description, it says that it comes with a case. So you can't really see that. I don't think you could really see that in the images. So yeah, the two tapes, charger, case, camcorder. Sometimes you get some extras in there. I see some batteries in there again, but these are, you know, those earlier Video 8 batteries typically don't charge. I haven't had one yet that has charged, that's been used. But we'll see. So, final price on this one, I won the auction for $11.99. That's what I won this for. So it's like I couldn't really not. And then the shipping was $17.22, I think. Final price of $35.60. So for $35.60, again, can't really go wrong. 2 free tapes, charger, maybe a bag, even if the camcorder doesn't work. Those accessories to me are worth it because I can use them, I can bundle them with other ones, and maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe this will work. So, without further ado, here it is. Packaging, solid. No complaints there. So, yeah, $35.60. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna set this down. And yeah, there is a case, which is good. That's cool. I'm gonna try to, oh, it's a nice, nice Ambico case. The camcorder in the pictures, I didn't really have a lot I could go by. Looked like it might be kind of rough. And why I don't like the earlier Video 8s, the larger black styles, and then even when they went into the smaller compact ones, a lot of times I found that the capacitors on those would go bad easier than, or they more commonly went bad than on some of the other ones. Really was no bubble wrap or packaging in there. It felt like it was better than it was. So let's just start over here and see what we got. A battery. Yeah, it's an Energizer, probably won't charge, but we'll see. Here is another one. This is the Sony manufacturer battery. So we'll give them a shot, see what happens. I don't think there was anything else in these. Nope, that's it there. Yeah, the case is cool. I always like to see that. I can bundle that with either this one or other camcorders down the road. Here's the 2 tapes. Some TDKs, so that's cool. You know, just 2 new sealed tapes. Nothing else there. Here is the power supply. Charger. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this is one where you literally put the battery, this charger or pack, on the unit, then plug this into the wall, and you just switch your selector switch, whether you're going to use it as wall power or charger, right? Or if you're going to use it just as a standalone, you could just plug this into the wall and charge a battery. So, I might actually try that right now. I'll just put one of these on the charger, one of these batteries, and see if I can get any charge out of it whatsoever. And it is on charge mode. Okay, cool. So that's charging. I'll show that kind of like an indicator what that looks like there. So, cool. Then I might have to, I'll either unplug this when I go to test it, or I could just get out another power supply. I have another one. I don't recall this in the images, but this is cool. AV cables, mono, which is fine, but it's always, that's another accessory that's always good. Throw that down there. Last thing, which was kind of cool, is the manual. Yep. Let's get some of this stuff off here. And then let's check out, yeah, check out the bag. Oh, gosh, up here. Here is another battery, another Sony. Smaller capacity. Here is the remote, and I'm going to remember the word this time. It's corrosion. And there is no corrosion in the battery compartment, so that's sick too. That's good. Remote control. All these accessories appear to be really nice. And I think I got a little distracted. Yeah, look at the case, man. It's a cool Ambico case. Yeah, I like it. Okay. I'm gonna take the battery off here first. Another Sony battery. And I'm gonna take the shoulder strap off. It's just easier to work with when... Yeah, when I said capacitor issues, a lot of times, and it's good, another accessory, a shoulder strap. So the capacitors inside, what it can typically cause is that the viewfinder goes out. If it had an LCD screen, it just is white. Okay, yeah, this is a super early Video8 model. Is there a tape in there? It looks like it. So, okay, I just need to go over, let's turn this off. Cosmetically on this side, a little bit of like cosmetic defects on the Handycam Video8 portion. Right there, you can see like just cosmetic imperfection. Looks like a scrape, scratch type thing. But other than that, this side looks good. Color viewfinder, which is cool. Let's look at the top. Buttons are hidden underneath a little flap there. That's cool. Have the top down going again, so hopefully my stuff looks, or the footage looks good from that. It's not the best camera in the world, but should get it done. Top. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the front because I can see some scuffs and scratching on the microphone on top. The lens looks okay. Maybe like a fingerprint on there, so we'll need to clean that. But front looks okay with the exception of the mic, that grill. And we'll see if that caused any issues to it with the performance of the microphone, or if again that's just a cosmetic thing. I can't really tell right now. Here's your AVs there. Little bit of wear on that door. On this side though, looks pretty good, looks solid. And then the bottom as well looks pretty good. So there's no flip out screen on this one. Yeah, everything's through the viewfinder. So let's get into it. Actually, let's throw it over here first, and I'll get a charger out. We'll let that, where am I at here? There we go. What? Did I not plug it in? No, I did. Which one am I doing? Was it doing the light? Dum 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 dum. Okay, so I'm gonna let that spin. I'm gonna get out another power supply in the meantime. This will work. Okay, that should be solid. Yeah, BTR. DC out. I'm not sure where I started that one at. That's on standby. I'm gonna put it on lock. If you saw the last video, we had some troubleshooting issues with the front with that switch, the lock switch. I don't think that ended up, you know, being the case. I think that the problem with the last video, if you want to go back and watch that, was in the front main switch from power off and playback. I think that's probably good. I think you can kind of get the gist of it. I think the lens went around, so I'm going to stop this. Bring this back over here, and let's see what happens with power. This one, I think this is one where you gotta slide it in. All right, camera, and then let's see. Anything? Yeah, cool. It didn't make any noise. I couldn't really hear anything, but hopefully you can see this here. That there is a picture in the viewfinder. So that is great. Yeah, a lot of times when those capacitors go bad, that just goes straight white. Won't produce an image. Capacitors can be fixed. It's kind of beyond my skill level with these. Let's see if I can eject this tape, hopefully. Listen to that. Huh, at least it did. And I don't, ooh. Yeah, I see, and that's what was the last time, and I think that's what you get when you leave a tape. Not what you get, you can get that when you leave a tape. Sorry, when you leave a tape in the camcorder, the tape is out. It's ran down into the tape path, over the drum unit, and over the head. So this door is left open, and that tape is stretched out. So when it ejects finally, I think, correct me on this, but it seems like sometimes maybe the tape could get stuck on little things, maybe on the pinch roller, or in other locations where then when it goes to retract, the tape is left out. Because I don't see any creasing, chewing, or damage to the tape where maybe an indication of the unit eating the tape. So put that off to the side, look for the pinch roller in here, and that is secured. That's good. That's always a really good sign. Let's see, let's shut this. That sounded good. Let's do this one more time. See, that sounded really nice. I'll put this back in. I'm not gonna record or play yet. I just kind of want to listen to it. Yeah, that's interesting why it did that. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Huh. That's interesting. I'm just gonna keep trying this a few times. Maybe, like I've talked about before, just get the camcorder working again. Not working. Moving. Just get the gears and everything, the motors, moving again. Not saying this one was, but a lot of times these have sat for, could have sat for a prolonged period of time. So just because it doesn't work or something doesn't work the first time, on these old ones, just use it. Kind of like, and I should say, like, there's instances where if the tape came out and it was just chewed or creased, I would know that. But when I'm getting progress, or when I'm having progress, it might just, you know, need worked or used again. Seeing that, and it sounds... Let's see here. Yeah, it's on standby. No error codes in here. A little bit of debris in the eyepiece and what appears to be I don't even know how to term that, because it's not like a dead pixel, just some discoloration. There we go, some discoloration. Very, very small discolorations in the, or through the viewfinder here, but we'll see if that picks up onto the tape. Let's take, I'm not gonna use this tape for the test. I'm just gonna take this out now. I'm happy with that. It's kind of tough on these without a LCD screen, because I want to go over some of the features, but you can't see that. I have to look through the viewfinder. We test the, where was it at? I just saw it. The zoom here. The zoom is working. When I do a test recording, you'll be able to see that though. I'll use the zoom. That's good. Zoom is working. Let's see. This might not have a menu on it. I bet this is all button. Yeah, no, here is a menu. Okay, let me try that. It's on the back here. I'll show you in a second. And then it's got arrows for up and down, and that is all working. So, okay, let me show this. Here is the menu and the up and down buttons. Hopefully, let me make sure it's on the first one. Hopefully you can see that. And I'll try to go down and up. I hope that's picking up. Let me take the menu off. Program AE, I'm just going to test these myself. Yes, good. Sport mode, golf, night, and then back to regular. Date and time on this one. Let me check the backlight first. Backlight indicator is on. The date and time might not work because the internal lithium battery is most likely dead on this. Let me check the focus on this too. Yeah, focus is good. Sick. That's awesome. So, really lucky so far on this one. Let me switch it back to player. Yeah, you can really see those discolorations on the, might pick up here. Hopefully the camera, you'll be able to see those. They look like light green, just a lighter color. White, green, something like that. Okay, a little bit of, a few scuffs in here too, on the inside. All right. Aside from that, I think we can move on to doing a test recording here. I'm not gonna clean the heads yet. I don't like doing that unless I absolutely have to. Just want to see if it'll, you know, if it'll work first. I mean, for the age of this one, that sounds actually pretty good. A little loud, but I think it's just the how this one is. Let's try a recording. Okay, I've got the record indicator through the viewfinder. Is there any visual indication. Sometimes they put a red, yeah, good. So you can see I'm recording there, and then let's do a zoom here on the GoPro. Back out. Just move it. I don't think there's anything else. I'm just gonna let this record for a while. There is a little red indicator through the viewfinder as well that lets you know that you're recording, but you get the REC up at the top as well, so you know you are. Yeah, I think that should be good. Just for a test. I wonder if there's a beep indicator. Let me see if there is through the menu. Commander. I don't think so. Could be wrong, but I don't believe there is the... A lot of them have the audible beep. When you start it, you can hear, you know, it beeps to start the recording, and then when you press it, it beeps to stop. So it's just a audible cue. Cool. Let's go to playback. Okay, hopefully it will play back. Rewind. I'm seeing a picture. This is crazy. So good. I don't think there is any sound because, yeah, there's a mic, but there's no speaker. So, put this, I'm going to rewind it just a bit. You can see the zoom. Hopefully that'll come through, but I'm going to hook it up to the TV next. You can see video out. And you'll be able to hear the audio. So far, so good. Let's stop this. Okay. I don't think I'm missing anything here. Just seems like this is going kind of quickly. I know this doesn't ever show really well because the GoPro into the TV kind of causes some, what is it? It's like the frame rates don't match or something, so you're not gonna, you don't see exactly, looks kind of distorted, but it's not. And I'll take this out, do some shooting around the neighborhood with it as well. Okay. Hopefully the audio picks up. I've seen this before. I think the mesh here, the screens, is just like obviously a painted black. So if it gets hit, it just wears that paint off, and then it shows the silver underneath. Video 2. There we go. Hopefully, I want to go back a little further. Let's see if we get audio. And the record indicator. So good. I did not. I expected the capacitors to be bad on this. Indication. Sometimes they put a red. Yeah, good. So you can see I'm recording there, and then might be a little hazy. I should try to clean that that fingerprint off of the lens. I don't think there's anything else. I'm just gonna let this record for a while. There is a little red indicator through the viewfinder as well that lets you know that you're recording, but you get the REC up at the top as well, so you know you are. Pause. Good. I think that should be good. Just for a test. Yeah, I'll stop it there. This is crazy. This is a super fast episode. I don't know really what else I can go over here on this. I mean, it's just, I expected it to be a capacitor issue on there probably, and you know, on that I've never tried to fix capacitors on these, or you know, anything that kind of involves soldering or manipulations of the boards. Ribbon cables I can do and other stuff like that, but regardless, man, this is absolutely crazy. There isn't a lot of value, I don't believe, in something like this. I'm just happy that it works. Good price, purchased for this. Let's try this battery, just for something to see. There probably isn't enough. Nothing. And that could be there's not enough charge in it yet, but more than likely these won't work. Aftermarket batteries like this can be purchased on eBay as well as Amazon. There are different manufacturers. Castar, if I'm saying that right, K-A-S-T-A-R, Castar. They make aftermarket batteries, which seem to be pretty good. I've used them for other camcorders and in the past. Try to just get that fingerprint off there. It's just ever so slight. I don't think that this camera from the time frame has the best autofocus on it. I mean, it's of course good when you're stationary, but like panning and moving, it's going to get a little blurry, and then it will focus back in. As they got, the progression is the camcorders got better, and over time that became a little better on them. But yeah, that lens looks great. Guys, I don't know what else to do here. I think that's it. I was gonna say back to, I get distracted sometimes and I apologize. You know, getting this one for what, $35, $36? I don't expect the value to be much over $100 on something like this, but that's still cool. Like I said, the most important thing is that it works and I can get it to somebody who wants to use it. So yeah, let's just take the tape out. I might be able to get out today and do some recording with it. That would be great. And get this video wrapped up. It's a fairly nice day. And then I always put this footage in with the video as well, so you'll be able to see this when it's recording. I was just happy with the accessories. I wholeheartedly did not expect this one to work, but that's sick that it is. So I think I'm gonna wrap it here. I hate that it's so short, like the video, man, but I'm just gonna close it on that. And yeah, again, if you guys are enjoying the videos, if you want, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them down below. And I still have like 10, 11 more to do. So this is good that it didn't require a lot of work, because it's easier on me, a lot less work, a lot less stress. I can just get this video done and get this listed. So again, find any value to these videos, appreciate it. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for another Will It Work in the future. So we'll see you later.